Hi guys, thanks for tuning in for another weekly segment that these seem to be coming out, these videos now. So hopefully I can maintain that. Today really what I want to talk about is how death can be used to create urgency. And you're probably thinking, Jesus, nobody wants to be hearing about death, especially in this current climate. But it's a positive thing, so bear with me. A few years ago, I spoke about this here before, my father passed away from cancer back in 2017. And I watched his health slowly deteriorate over a number of years until he eventually passed away. And it was the biggest life-changing, it was the biggest moment that has ever changed my life. And I learned a lot from it. I watched my dad die, and he had some regrets as he had passed away, and I thought about how his health had deteriorated, and how maybe my dad had looked after himself really throughout those years, and really just about the mindset and psyche. And I used that there really to start to think about my own mortality and my own life, and the fact that actually, you know what, one day I'm actually going to die. And we tend not to try and think about our own death, because we think about our own death, it just creates a bit of sadness around ourselves, and we don't really want to consider that. But I took the other view of it. I wanted to think about my own death and use it as a tool to say, I really want to change major aspects of my life, because I'm not going to be here forever. So I thought about my death, and it created a sense of urgency in me, a sense of urgency to make the right changes to my life. So I really needed to start to look after my mind, start to look after my physical health and my body and about what I do, and really to spend quality time with my loved ones, my wife, my kids, my friends. I didn't want to start getting bogged down in all this meaningless stuff that I had thought was important in life that I actually realised wasn't. You know, we can get bogged down and our lives are just sort of passing by. We're going Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, out in the weekend, have a few drinks, back into the job maybe that you don't like, doing Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, back to the weekend, having more drinks, and stuck in a rut and stuck in a cycle, and always putting off the things you said you would do. Because you say, well, there's always tomorrow. But when you really sit down and consider your own life, your own mortality, and the fact that we're not going to be here forever, you may need to make those changes sooner. And even in this current climate we have now, where the world is gripped in fear and panic over the coronavirus, it's what lessons can we learn from this here? What will come out of this? Will this create a sense of urgency in your own life to realise we're not here forever, and maybe make some changes to your life, and whether it's to your lifestyle or going to see places you've never seen before, or changing your mindset as well? Because there's so much fear and panic in this current climate. I am so glad that over these last few years I've been working on my mind, because there was a time where I would have been engrossed in every aspect of the news that is going on at the minute, regards to the coronavirus. And I can only imagine for myself what that would have done to my psyche and my mind, where now I'm just like, I need to protect my mind, and I need to protect my peace and protect those around me. And my sense of death and watching my dad die really helped me start a new journey to build up a strong mindset and build up a strong body, and to start to make changes to my life. So much so that, you know, I'm now looking at getting into motivational speaking, and I'm doing these videos really to try and pass through a positive message in a life where we just have so much negativity out there, that we need some positive news and some positive aspects. And I'm telling you now, to sit down and consider your own mortality and the fact that you're not going to be here forever. Nothing we know is going to be here forever. Everybody we know is eventually going to die. The buildings we go into are eventually, they're not going to be here. So everything is going to be gone at some stage. So use this time to consider then, what are you not doing that you want to do? If your life's just stuck in a rut and you're just going in a cycle of being in this job you dislike and having a negative mindset, or spending your time with people you don't want to spend your time with, then maybe now's the time to think about, Jesus, this isn't what I had envisaged. We're not here forever. So if we're not here forever, make the best use of the time we have. That's what we should be doing. We should be now reconsidering, re-looking at things to go, do you know what, Jesus, nothing's here for good. I'm going to make good changes to my life. I'm sick of the negative shit that's coming out from everywhere. I want some positivity in my life. I want to pursue a new career. I want to go to these new places. And once the dust settles over all this panic that's sweeping the earth now at the minute, we've all got to look out for other people. We've got to not even just consider ourselves, look out for our loved ones, look out for vulnerable neighbours, the elderly, the unwell, and really think about your own mortality. Think about what you've wanted to do that you've kept putting off. There's a question asked of a guy, I think it was Alan Watts, if you could live forever, would you? And he said no, because it would give no urgency to my life. I always think everything could be done tomorrow. There isn't always going to be a tomorrow. Someday it'll be just today and that's the end of it. So stop procrastinating, stop putting things off. Use this as a time of reflection. Think about the fact that nothing's forever. So let's make the best use of the time we have on this earth. Let's start to make really good changes. Changes to your own life and the ones of the people around you. Death can create urgency in a positive way. I watched my dad die and it's changed my life completely. Am I gripped by fear and panic over this coronavirus? No, I'm not. I'm at peace. I'm looking out for my loved ones. I'm trying to look out for my elderly neighbours and those that I know. And that's what we should do. There's an element of, there's a thread being pulled in society at the minute, which has exposed two elements of society. It's exposed the element where people will help each other and love each other and look after each other, but it's also exposed an element of where people are out for themselves. Don't be one of those people. Reevaluate things, take stock of things, use this time to realise that we can make really good changes to our lives. Maybe take this as a wake-up call to how fragile life is and how we need to stop worrying about all the crap and the shit in this earth and start to really make good positive changes to your own life and start to do what you've always wanted to do. Start to follow your dreams, your passions. Do that there and we'll all be in a better place. Good luck. Keep your mind peaceful. If you're sitting constantly tuned in to negative crap, that's all that's going to be going through your system. Start to balance it out. Yes, you need to keep on top of the latest news stories in regards to this to protect yourself. Make sure that news is coming from a good place. But also now use this as an opportunity to start to think about, how do you really want to live your life? Do you want to be getting hammered every weekend and wasting your life? Or do you want to start to make some good changes? Do you want to pursue a certain career? Do you want to learn to play an instrument? Use this as a time to create urgency in your life. Good luck. Peace and love.